Hello, divine ones. Thank you for stopping by, spending a little time with the real me. I have a special treat for you today. We're going to start a new series. It's going to be the Planetary series, where we talk about planetary alignments and the energy that we draw from each of the planets, the characteristics and energetic frequencies of the planets, starting with the moon. So I'm closing out the Healing Your Shadow series. I feel like we gave it a good run. There are a lot of other topics that we can touch upon, but I want to stay fresh and relevant with you. So this is episode 1 of our planetary series. When we talk about planets, we're talking about the universe, we're talking about the cosmos, the celestial makeup of the stars, the moon, and all the mystical energies that weave magic throughout our lives energetically. So today, starting with the moon, let's take a deep dive into the moon and the magic, science, magic, and energetic characteristics of the moon. Scientifically, since the beginning of time, humans have been tracking the moon, observing its changes, and noticing an undeniable connection with human emotion. The moon energy can affect sleep patterns and romantic relationships and all other human connections and relationships. So why? Why does this happen, and how does this happen? The moon, there's a gravitational pull that comes from the moon. It's a very strong gravitational pull, so strong that it causes the changing in tides in the oceans and seas. This gravitational pull is at its strongest during the new and full moon phases. This is when we experience the highest and lowest tides of the ocean. And considering that we are humans made up 70% of our physical body is comprised of water, and so it only makes sense that if the moon has such an impact on the huge vastness of our oceanic bodies, then human beings, our physical body being 70% water, that it makes sense that the moon would have a similar impact on our physical bodies, right? So it is thought that the new moon and the full moon, like the tides, affect our emotions. Our emotions are pulled to the surface and our feelings are heightened. Science also says that scientifically that, some researchers theorize that humans react to subtle changes in the Earth's magnetic field, which occurs with the moon phases. So when the oceans flow with the tides, the salty water, which is it's a electrical conduit, causes the Earth's magnetic field to fluctuate, and these changes have been proven to affect our alpha brainwave activity. So, you've heard the old wives' tale of when it's a full moon, people act crazy, or they're prone to act crazy more than other times. There's some people that are crazy all the time, but anyway, and then you have the emergency rooms there seems to be an uptick in emergency room visits because there's more accidents. It's not all negative though. I mean, there's spontaneity and impulsiveness. The moon does energetically affect us and our emotions and our behavior. Okay, so coming from a mystical or a magical perspective, if you're open-minded, if you're open and willing to observe the magical or mystical effect that the moon can have on us, affecting our subconscious, for growth and manifestation, there are different phases of the moon that are used to symbolize stages of growth and the process of manifesting our desires, especially in spiritual or mystical practices. The moon energy is feminine, so represents intuition. Most often, the moon is represented as a feminine energy, while the sun is associated with masculine energy. When it comes to our ancient ancestors who believed in deities or gods and goddesses, a lunar deity is a deity that represents the moon or an aspect of it. Lunar deities and moon worship can be found throughout most of recorded history in various forms. Ancient ancestors believed in deities across African, Native American, Asian, and European cultures. An example of some goddess deities for each culture would be, for example, in Africa, African culture, Inyanga is a Zulu moon goddess. I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly. I should have done my research. Native American, the Aztec culture had or has a goddess called Coaxio or Coyowaxi. Sorry, I'm really butchering that name. Coyowaxi. The Greek culture goddess Selene and the Roman goddess Phoebe. In Chinese culture, the goddess Jilin represents the moon, and in neo-pagan culture or religion, the triple goddess representing the three phases of the moon as maiden, mother, and crone. In tarot readings or tarot cards, the moon card represents illusions, secrets, and intuition. And when the card is displayed upright upright represents positive aspects, and sometimes in reverse can represent more negative energies coming from illusions, secrets, and intuition. Tarot readers apply intuition, which we've already established. Intuition is a moon energy or characteristic. Readers apply intuition to read the cards and apply the context of the message, and the receiver interprets the resonance or how the message applies to the scenario. We'll get into tarot later in another series. I do plan to do a series on tarot. So finally, in wrapping up this moon message, energetically, moon energy is strongest, as I mentioned earlier, during the new and full moon. 3 days up to the maximum phase or waxing energy, the energy increases, and 3 days following the maximum energy is the waning energy, where the energy is decreasing. When drawing upon moon energy for energetic work, for example, manifestation or charging crystals and gemstones, or for charging tarot cards, you'll want to pull from the waxing energy. And for banishment, cord cutting, or dissolving addictions and bad habits, or getting rid of toxic energies in whatever form they may be, you want to draw from the waning energy, to release. So, this has been in episode 1 of the new Secret Sauce Planetary series, and I am looking forward to sharing this journey with you with our new Planetary series. Love. Talk soon.